G'day everyone, and welcome to my first episode of a series I'm doing called Due Diligence, where I look at games that you may or may not have seen before and sort of provide you with due diligence on my opinion of the game and provide you a glimpse into the gameplay as well, so that you can sort of make a decision whether it's a game that you might be interested in. Today we're going to be looking at a game called SpaceBOUND, and according to the Steam page, SpaceBOUND is a brutally challenging puzzle platformer set in a zero-gravity environment. Stranded and bound by their oxygen tether, two astronauts must work together to make it out alive. Go in alone or team up and face the unknown. Now before I get started and show you some gameplay, there's a few things I want to say about this game. It's available to both play single player or online co-op, which is really cool. So if you play individually, you need to control both astronauts, one with the WASD and one with the arrow keys. If you play network co-op, of course, you'll control one astronaut while your partner controls the other. Now I'm not sure what would actually be more difficult, communicating with your partner in network co-op, which I haven't done myself, or controlling both the astronauts, which can prove to be difficult using two different sets of controls. The other thing I want to say about this game is that I've played a few levels myself, but I'm going to go through and start from level 1 and show you a few levels that way. Because it is a platformer and a puzzle game at the same time, it does progress and introduce new core elements of gameplay as you go along. So it wouldn't really make sense if I sort of jumped into level 8, for example, and hadn't shown you the build up to get to that process. So we'll jump in shortly and start from level 1. But what I want to do is show you the menu and the user experience first, so that you know what to expect. So first things first, you don't use the mouse at all. Clicking on these things doesn't actually do anything, so you're best just parking the mouse to one side. Use the arrow keys to go up and down and control the menu, and what you'll notice as you're doing that is that you actually control the laser as you're selecting different items on the menu, and if you go up you will end up firing the astronauts with the laser. So that's a quirky little cool feature to just add a little bit of interactivity into the menu, which I like. So your options here, you've got play, which is the main level mode. You've got time trial for obviously completing game modes within a certain time. Network co-op, where you'll play with a friend online over Steam. Achievements, so you can unlock different skins based on achievements, and there's collectibles as well in this game, which is cool. Statistics, how many times you've died. I'll bring this up actually. Total attempts, ropes broken, total time, levels completed, longest stretch, buttons pressed, etc, etc. This is pretty cool to track as well. Finally, you've got settings where you can choose the resolution, the music volume, joystick configuration if you're using them, blood effects, etc. And then you've got exit at the bottom. If you hit C, you'll bring up the credits menu, and if you hit U, you'll also see the different options for skins. If I go through just on the red player, there's a few that you can see that I haven't unlocked at the moment, and this adds another element of replayability to the game as well, as you can sort of customize your character. With all that said, we're going to jump in now, and I'm going to show you SpaceBOUND level 1, and you can let me know what you think. Before we jump in, I'm just going to zoom out quickly by hitting Control and show you the map. There's 24 individual levels, as well as a few boss fights along the way. You can see 4 bosses, and then the final level as well is level 25. So here we go, this is the game. By using the arrow keys, I'm controlling the blue astronaut. By using WASD, I'm controlling the red astronaut. Now the physics in this game are really cool. One thing I found is that it's a lot easier if you keep the right astronaut as the one with the arrow keys, and you keep the left astronaut as the one with WASD. Otherwise I found myself overlapping a lot. Now even this first level had me a little stuck for a while, until I worked out that I need to knock the rocks down to break this electricity beam, otherwise I'd fry myself. And you need to do it with a little bit of force as well, so that it can actually put enough pressure on to break the rope, as you'll see. So the physics in this game is really cool. I'm going to finally be able to break that down. And then we're going to get the astronauts to step 1 each on one of these buttons. Found myself crossing over again. Let's just stop and work this out. He needs to go down here, he needs to go across. And we'll be able to hit both of these buttons. Now I will show you something quickly. I did manage to spot a collectible on the first level. It was hidden behind here. And then we'll be able to move through. Time it properly. Oop. It's all about timing, and I must say this game reminds me a little bit of Super Meat Boy as well, which is really cool. Just in the cheapness of life, I guess, and the fact that you can die sort of quickly and you I'll show you in a second, but you'll just restart the level straight away, and it'll just count one attempt on the level. So I'm not sure whether there was inspiration from Super Meat Boy, or whether that was involved in the game, or that's just a coincidence. But I really like that aspect of it. The other thing that I didn't mention is that I really like the soundtrack as well. It's got that cool kind of 8-bit retro soundtrack to it, which really adds a lot to the game's feel and serves in style with the art style as well. We're going to line these guys up here and then get them to both push the levers in. And it's telling us to use the metal pipe to slingshot across. So this is where the physics of the oxygen tether sort of come into play a little bit. We want to have them sort of evened up if we can, so that they both propel similarly. So I'm going to try, and it's going to be pretty good, I reckon. So on the next stomp, I'm going to let go, and we're going to get out of here and move our guys across as well, and avoid that. That's what I was talking about a little bit when I said Super Meat Boy. The blood effect, you splatter, and then you just start again. It's actually quite difficult to move quickly enough to get across from the falling pipes, but also slow down enough so that we don't get cleaned up by that spinning blades. Oh, we got slowed down there. I don't know whether that's going to cost us. No, we're going to be okay. Push rock into button. Okay. I know I said I was going to try and avoid getting crossed over because it makes it hard, but I obviously chose not to follow my own advice there. So let's bring this down if we can. No? Okay, we're going to get blue to sort of press it in if we can. Nearly there. There we go. So let's open this up. We need to avoid the falling rocks so that we don't get pushed down into those metal blades. And let's get ready to make a run across here. Okay, so we've hit the 2 buttons, and that stopped the laser, and it's going to allow us to move on up through here, which might complete the level, I think. Let's see. Yep, so that's level 2 down and done. I hope you're kind of seeing the progressiveness I was talking about. You'll probably see it a bit more as the next 2 levels pop up, but they kind of introduce a new gameplay mechanic as we go along, which I think is really cool. So we've hit both of these, and I think we're going to wait till the rock hits as well. Yep. Then we can move through here safely. We're kind of just sitting here waiting. We need to just work this out. I think as soon as this goes down, we can move up. Oh, that scared me. And then we can hide behind this one. Oh, no, we can't go right to the top. Okay. Oh. Okay, so it completely resets the level. You don't just get to progress from where we were. We'll wait now for this rock to fall, then we'll be able to go and have another attempt at this. Alrighty, as soon as this one goes up, now we just need to park it like right there. Yep, perfect. Okay, so we've actually cut out tether. Yeah, I think that kills us. Okay, that's another interesting way to die. So neither of the players actually got hit by the laser, but our tether did, because it was hanging loose, and as a result we lost oxygen and lost the ability to continue. So I need to be really careful about just keeping this right in here. And we can move just straight across, and then as soon as this goes up, we're going to jump down. Really digging the soundtrack. I think it adds a lot to the game. They've done really well with this. I didn't mention the game's currently in early access. It looks like they're updating a patch every week or 2, which I think is really cool. And it's available for $13 US on the Steam store, and I'll put a link in the description below as well so that you can pick it up if you like. Just need to work out now how we're going to get through this one. There's 2 buttons on the top that we missed. Okay. And just park it here. Start again. So I really like the increasing difficulty of the levels as well. Like, I think it appropriately increases as we play, which is good. It doesn't just get really hard or start really hard. So it holds your hand a little bit at the start, and then you sort of just straight into it, and it's brutal in that, one mistake, a couple of pixels out, and you're gone. I'm going to try and hit this button. And we've had our tether cut, so who's going to die? This level's proving quite difficult, actually. But it's good. It's difficult in a challenging way, and it's difficult in a way where I can see what I'm doing wrong, as opposed to some games that just get hard and you've got sort of no idea what you were doing. You can... wait for the next wave. You can learn from your mistakes and sort of add them to your... I think I need to hit that button as the green laser is moving down rather than doing it on the way up, because otherwise you sort of get caught out and put in a really bad position. Just explode in here. Controls are really fluid as well, like they're responsive. I said I was going to wait and I didn't wait. Let's just think before we jump into this one. Is there a way we can get like one of the guys out of the way in time to... No, I think we need to close the gap. If we close the gap, then the bungee won't take too much of a pull when the rock hits it. If they're right next to each other, it's not going to be too much of a problem. Alrighty. Okay. And close the gap, close the gap, close the gap. Nope. Thought that was going to be the play. Another death, another death. That one we won't talk about. I'd say it'd actually be really fun to play with a mate. I think there'd be a lot of yelling. It would be a little bit like, I don't know if any of you guys have ever played Overcooked. It's sort of one of those co-op games where, you know, you blame your partner as much as you blame yourself. We're going to wait for the next one. Not sure how we... No, we didn't survive that. I think that's kind of what the co-op experience would be like, and that would be really cool. I do a lot of mixing up where like I'll move up and right on both sets of arrow keys when I should be moving up and left on one of them. So it's good because it kind of engages like both sides of my arms, and I need to sort of use the right level of coordination to even, you know, hit the first button. Let's drop. Really not sure how we're going to do this one. Doesn't give me great confidence to how I'm going to go with the next few levels. I'm going to try and get like through maybe 4 or 5 levels on this. I don't want to spoil the whole game and sort of leave it for you guys to work a few things out yourself. But I definitely want to try and demonstrate me sort of beating 4 or 5 levels if I can. Okay, and then move. Oh, nearly. Okay, nearly. That was the closest we've got. Somehow tethered my oxygen there. Oh, thought we were in trouble there. Ah, we lost the rock too. No. That would have gone really well if it wasn't possible for us to lose the rock. I'm going to stick with this. I'm going to be patient. You will see me triumph. That was nearly there. It just needed to sit, and it didn't. Oh, no, next time. We're gonna get there. Ah, I'm not sure what we're doing wrong. This is gonna be really satisfying once we get it. Man, we're dead. This is really reminding me of Super Meat Boy. I don't want to dwell on that, but it's good because I've been searching for that kind of feeling in a game a lot, because I sunk probably 80 hours in Super Meat Boy. I know that's pretty casual by a lot of people's standards, but I've wanted a game that gives me that same feeling of, oh well, I died, but I can just have another crack straight away kind of thing. We're gonna get it, we're gonna get it, we're gonna get it. No! I think we need to wedge the rock in between us. That's gonna be the next attempt. Grab it. Oh, no. Grab it, slow it down, but then wedge it between us against this wall. No. That was so close because it was going to pop up and we'd shorten the gap. I love how I went from, you know, slogging level 1 and 2 and like without dying at all, and then I thought we were doing really well here until I realised we had to hit the buttons on the top. Or we weren't going to be able to get through. Let's wait, and wait, and wait, and wait. Zero gravity is just done perfectly. Nah. Need to hit that button straight away. Every second's important. And go. And get ready. Nah, that's all because I didn't... As soon as that green laser drops down, I need to be hitting that button, like within a second. Alrighty. Get into position. So close again. It's half a second. We're losing by half a second. And up. Oh. The gradual progression is like really evident because like now I'm having no problems with that first bit. It's the second bit. We're gonna get it there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Okay. Okay. No. 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 Oh no. Oh no. I could have done it. I could have gone down, but I panicked. No, 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 wait it out, wait it out. This is so much fun. And wait, pull it up, pull it up, pull it up! Ah! I can't believe I had it and I didn't, I just panicked. I was like, I've never gotten this far, wasn't sure what to do, and then I just left it. I could have taken the rock down, could have just ran for it. It's okay, we've got it now. Ooh, no. I thought that might have been like a really creative way to do it, but no, it's just gonna doom our yellow oxygen tether for failure. And up. And go. We've got it, we've got it, we've got it. Oh. Getting closer and closer. Getting closer and closer. I'm getting better and better. I'm getting more fluid with the controls, which is really important because I'm sort of like, I know what I can do now with the two guys and when they're going to pull up and stop and how momentum is going to carry them. God damn it. I just need to really close the gap. Like, as soon as that rock's in between the two of the astronauts, I need to smack them straight into each other. Nope. Everything, like, sort of, I've got a plan going into it, and, you know, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face kind of thing. And then all bets are off. Alrighty. This is the one, I can tell. Bring it down, bring it up, bring it up, bring it up! Ah, the rock survived, but we just got caught with the yellow tether. It's annoying when it sort of stays a bit looser than you want. And we'll just sit here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to even be able to do this video. Still got sort of 5 minutes. I want to keep these due diligence videos to like 20-25 minutes, and not necessarily run on with a series on them, because I think that kind of gives you enough of an insight to make the decision whether you want to buy the game and play the game further without, you know, especially a puzzle sort of game like this. If I did a full series of Let's Play on it, it would pretty much be a tutorial on how to beat the game. So I don't really want to do that. I want to kind of leave a lot of the magic up in the air for you guys. And no, that was awful because they were too far away the moment it started. Nope. Okay, so I'm going to hit the button, they're going to move together, and then they can lift it. They've got more pulling power. Get down, get down. Lost the rocket, we didn't die. Same again, let's go. Ah! I'm like a millimeter away from pulling this off. The worst thing about this is that there's a good chance I'm just doing it horribly wrong. Like someone's going to leave a comment and be like, Firebird, you know, you could have just, you know, paired them together and made the bags smaller or something like that. I can't obviously give an example as to what I'm doing wrong, or I wouldn't do it. But I'm hoping there's not just like a really easy solution for this, and I'm getting stuck on a simple part. Alright, here we go, here we go. We've got it, we've got it, we've got to go down, go down, go down. Oh no! How do we pull it down? We need to cross over the astronauts. Ah, that's my worst fear. Okay. We need to cross over blue onto the other side. That's probably for the best anyway. Even though it's early access, I'm not seeing any bugs. Like the couple of things that I would mention, having the mouse visible is pretty pointless when it doesn't actually do anything, as far as I can tell, and it's just your standard Windows cursor. So I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of that, but that's honestly it. The game feels really polished for an early access game. Let's get up, let's get up. So that's definitely a positive, especially a lot of people I know are really hesitant with early access games. This is one, I think, according to the patch notes, they're on version 0.9 or something anyway, so they're probably getting really close to penning a final release. So I'm not sure whether they're going to put the price up after that. I'd have to ask the developer, and I can probably get an answer for you on that. But yeah, for $13, you know, the amount of value that this game is going to provide, I can just tell from being stuck on a level 15 minutes, it's going to be that kind of game, which I'm pretty excited about. Gonna wait, we need all the time we can get. I don't know when I'm going to do, I should do the crossover. I need to really be able to control it and do the crossover while the laser's at the bottom, so I've got a bit of room to go outside the middle zone. No. You need like every millisecond. Like to the point where I start just running at the laser, sort of knowing what's going to happen. Now we're going to lose that rock. So close. I just sort of practice this changeover, so we're going to go something like that. So like down and right on one set of arrow keys and up and left on the other. But it's kind of just got to be done like really accurately. We don't have much room to play with. Let's sneak up in here. Okay, save the rock, save the rock, save the rock. No. Gotta be like really honest with yourself. If it's not gonna work, don't make the play. It's cutthroat, you know. You can't try and force it, it's gonna happen. You gotta be patient. It's a loop, so it's gonna keep running again and again. It's not like you've got one shot at it or anything like that. Like I'm missing these opportunities just that I know that I need to wait. We're gonna save it, we're gonna save it, we're gonna save it, okay. No, that was awful. Okay, so blue needs to go over. No. No! I'm getting there! I know I said that for like the last 50 deaths, but I am actually getting there. We're watching my fine motor skill is like triple. No. Nearly at the 25-minute mark, so I'm probably going to have like 3 or 4 more goes at this, and then just head back to the main menu, give you sort of a summary on how I feel about it, and to be honest, look, if you guys leave comments and say that you do want to see me continue with a Let's Play series, I'm more than happy to do so. I'm just thinking it might not be the best idea for this genre of game. Okay, nearly. I think that was a bit slow. That's going to hurt us. Well, no, what hurt us was my inability to control one of the guys. Frustrating thing is when you see yourself get worse, like you do worse one attempt than you did the attempt before, and you're like, hang on, this isn't progress. No. Abort mission. No, we lost that one. Hasn't gone to plan. I was trying to get like 5 levels out, but I'm glad that I didn't. As soon as I stop recording, I'm just going to keep smashing this out. There's no way I'm getting any sleep tonight. Even though the soccer's on 12:30, which is obviously I live in Australia, so that's sort of 5 hours away at the moment. Liverpool going to beat Arsenal. Any Liverpool fans out there? I'm just going to probably smash this until I get that done. And you know, if I do pick up that sort of 5 or 10 hours already, and too much talking, I'm not playing. This kind of game like requires the perfect amount of coordination, so when you start going off on a tangent making conversation like I just did, yeah, it's gonna make it tricky. Alright, this is the one. It's always at these kind of games when you're like, no, I don't think I'm gonna get this, then you get it. Okay. Now let's cross over. No, that's okay, the rock's gonna be alright. Ah, duck my head! I didn't duck my head, I keep forgetting that top little bit can just clip and clean you up. I'm so determined to beat this. Bring it up, down, and now up a little bit. Okay, it's a good spot to float. I need to bring it down now. Oh, and up. Oh, I nearly managed to do like a full up and down bungee there without getting cleaned up by the laser. Then I lost it right at the end, but it was going well. That was just lazy. That was just poor. Alright. Can't really go top and bottom. There's not room to put one astronaut, then the rock, then another astronaut, and keep in mind there's going to be a little bit of bounce as well. It needs to just be like a left to right jobby. Oh, I thought we were going to lose our feet there. No. The rock was indestructible. That would make my job a little bit easier. The physics are perfect. Like, we just bounced. We lost there because we bounced with a little bit of momentum straight against the rock. Like, the collision is precise, and that's good to see. I think it's important. It would make it a lot more frustrating if the game wasn't fair, but it is very fair. Same problem again. Oh wow, we'd even done the changeover. I managed to somehow fluke in and do the changeover. Alright, this is going to be my last attempt, guys. And then I'm going to hit the stop button. Hope you've enjoyed this video, as I said. This is my first due diligence. I'm going to do a lot more looking at first games, sort of first looks at games that might not have been released yet or you haven't heard of. And then I'll also do some games that you have heard of as well. And I hope that gives you sort of enough info to make a decision on whether or not you want to buy. Might save you some money, might save you some time. If you enjoyed the video, you want to see more like it, please hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed seeing this game and you want to see me play more of this game, please leave a comment. And yeah, if you did like the video, please hit the like button. That would be great for me as well, as I sort of try and break onto the scene a little bit. I'd really appreciate that. And this will be my last go, and then I'll hit stop and say goodbye. Alrighty, that's me out. Thanks guys for watching, and I will speak to you later.